So we've got the curriculum, we've got the methods of teaching, we've got the teacher, we've got the student, we've got the institution. All this will only work and fit together if there is an accountability system. And for that, we need administration and management. We need administrators and managers. We need principals and heads to run these institutions and give to the teachers, the students, the teaching methods, and the curriculum, and to look at it and see, is the right thing being done in the classrooms? So, according to the Islamic philosophy, the orders of a supervisor or head of the institution in administrative matters should be carried out. In other words, when a principal or a head tells you to do something or advises you on something, sometimes you may not be doing the right thing. Take that as constructive criticism and learn from it. Do not take that as negative criticism. We all learn from the mistakes and errors we make. We all learn when somebody tells us this is not right, or this is not the approach, or this is not how it should be done. Try this, do that. So listening to those people, because who are the principals and the heads? These are people with experience. If nothing else, they have 20, 25, 30 years of experience of being in classrooms, of having worked with students, and we need to take their advice seriously. Islam recognizes democracy and freedom, but to a reasonable and suitable extent. It does not allow such freedom or democracy which is injurious or damaging for the administration of an institution. In other words, what this is saying is simply that as the teacher, you have the freedom of the teaching approach you want to use. You have the freedom of designing activities for your students. You have the freedom of punishing your students or rewarding them as necessary. This freedom should not be misused. All freedom comes with accountability. And sometimes we may do the wrong thing, and it's okay to admit it, to say, I just didn't think, I messed it up, it's my fault, I have nobody to blame, it's me. Take the blame, it's okay. But when this accountability factor will exist in educational institutions, administrators and managers will have a better relationship with their teachers and their students. Because when a teacher is not able to handle a child, what happens? Where does the child go? To the administration, to the principal or the head. And then what is the head or principal supposed to do? So the relationship of the administration is with both the teachers and the taught. And it is important that the administration not misuse their powers and authority, and that the teachers not misuse their freedom. Only when the power and authority of the administrator will go hand in hand with the freedom of the teachers will there be proper accountability. And when proper accountability will exist, education will be what it is meant to be under the Islamic perspective. The different groups of students should not rule or influence the rule of the head of an institution. In other words, nobody likes rules, okay? But when you come to an institution, there are rules to follow. You have to be in uniform, you have to come to assembly, you have to do your work, you have to bring your materials to class, you have to do your homework, etc., etc., etc. And students don't like all these rules. So what happens? Sometimes they may act in a not so friendly manner, and then I think the best approach really is to sit and talk with the students. Having a dialogue, having a conference, negotiating, working with the students, advising them, trying to make them understand why rules are important. Rules are important because they are meant to keep all these students. A school may have 200, 500, 1,000 students. How do you keep all these students safe, secure, and guarantee a quality education at the same time.